Hello.
Hi.
How goes?
It's us.
We're back.
It's a Sunday.
It's Sunday for us.
Yeah. I see that there's 2 D20s on there now.
Yes.
Are we having a roll off?
No, I just I brought the dice tower to
That's right.
the thing, and that was sitting inside the dice tower because we were using it before. And I was like, oh, we'll just leave it in there because we switched to the pizza dice.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, we can. I'll just leave that on the table, and I forgot to move it back.
Why did I get these colors?
I don't know.
I mean, it is ironic.
Yeah.
You have red, and I got yellow with blue.
Yeah.
So
well,
it is
and then
our
you
colors.
also had blue dye before.
Yeah. Which I can't find those.
It's 2 for us. Anyways, cheers. Let's try this thing. I'm interested. I don't know how it'll be. Not bad.
Oh. That was not an
Yeah.
That was like breathing.
Yeah,
But I forgot what it tastes like, so I'm going to try it again.
that's fair.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Good.
Anyways, yeah. So we played D&D.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. It was nice to finally have you back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny.
It was kind of nice that you were a finna.
Yeah, it was funny that just for the joke of it, and then I also it was funny when I showed up. Like I got Arby's finally. I was so fucking excited. Like I was like, I wonder if there's one by there, and I was like, oh wait, I kind of know where this place was at. Like so, when we drove, I Googled it real quick because I mean, where I was the way it took me, I just had a long ass straight.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. I can Google if there's an Arby's without losing the address. And so I did it real quick when I hit a light, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I just put it in there because it was literally a mile from the house. I was like, perfect.
Yeah. What was ironic is when you got there, because you texted me, you're like, is there an Arby's near there? And I was like, I lived in this area for the longest part of my life, and I know there's an Arby's near here, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah. Well, what was funny is as soon as I got there and I was driving by, I was like, oh, I remember where this Arby's is at.
Because it's by the Ritz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, cool. So yeah, I ended up pulling in there and got fucking fresh matzo sticks. I ended up waiting an extra bit for it because they fresh dropped them. I was like sick. But yeah, I was pumped. Got that. Had a chocolate shake. Got to and then I got to sit there. We wore my wizard outfit from high school.
Yeah. What's funny is the whole group chat free feet today because I don't have socks on. The whole group chat was like, oh, we should dress up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. And then I got there. I was the only one dressed up. And
Yeah, that's what you said that.
I dressed up bare minimum, really. I didn't really go all out on it. It was just some shit I put together last year.
Yeah.
And then, right before we started, Teresa was like, everybody dressed up? And I was like, you were the one that wanted to dress up.
Well, what was funny, it was I showed up with costumes and you had eyeliner and outfit and no one else did. I was like, wait, I was like, oh, maybe we're going to get into the costumes later. And then no one had any. I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I accidentally grabbed 2 robes because I thought it was just the same one with different layers.
Yeah, that way you can give one to Kay.
Yeah, so yeah, and then he wore it for a second. He's like, yeah, I felt that one's hot as fuck. That was a bad one I forgot about that until he put it on. And he was like, I'm getting hot. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that thing sucks. So yeah, that was fair. As soon as he took, I was like, yeah, let's get that thing off. That thing's fucking hot. But it was fun. It was a good.
It was a decent time.
Yeah, it was a decent time.
Nick did say if he plays a one shot, he's like, yeah, Brandon's welcome to come into that because it'd just be a one shot,
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, and I was like, well, the wedding's coming up real fast, so I don't know if I'm gonna be playing any one shots anytime soon.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. At this point, we are other than what is already scheduled. We're officially done doing almost anything that's not wedding involved.
That confused my brain. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because it's about next week we have 2 weddings in this coming week. Well, This episode will drop right after those weddings had occurred.
Yeah. I just got invited to another.
Yeah?
Yeah. Chris gave me an invitation. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know I was getting invited to this. And he's like, yeah, you free October? And I was like,
No.
it depends on the day. And
Yeah, that's pretty soon.
He's like, yeah, I'm free. It's October 7th. And I was like, oh, that is my only free day. I was like, yeah, but I'll go, man. That seems fun. Like, it's another group of friends, like, different friend group, but it's still a group of friends. And I was like, yeah, that'd be dope. And he was like, oh, it's in Jackson. I was like, I might as well just fucking stay down there because my first wedding is the 1st. That's near Jackson. And then yours will be near Jackson. And then the following weekend, I'm going to Maumee, Ohio for a couple birthday parties at the cabin.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might as well just fucking stay at Jackson for a little bit. It's closer.
I mean, the Bob Evans there is good.
Yeah.
I remember that distinctly because when me and Emilio took that Chicago trip years ago, we were like, all right, we got to stop for breakfast. We're about an hour into our drive. It's Jackson.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, you stop at Jackson. So we popped in there and we saw Bob Evans.
The Bob Evans?
We saw...
He's dead.
He's dead. We saw the ghost of Bob Evans. He came out of my sausage gravy when I... You know how, like...
He gravied your gravy.
He gravied my gravy. You know how, like, when you get the... It does the... He popped out of that.
That's disgusting.
I was just like, wow, this is... Oh, Bob Evans. But, no,
yeah, I know exactly what Bob Evans you're talking about because I went to school in Adrian, so like we're right next to Jackson. That was like a stop every other weekend for us.
It was really funny because this was like we pop in there and basically our waitress was like our age and was like somewhat like kind of flirting with us because it was like 6 a.m. and we just showed up and we're like, yeah, we're just driving to Chicago. And she's like, oh, what for? And we're like, because we want pizza. And they're like, she's just like, what? Like, and we're like, yeah, well, I don't know, we both have the week off, so we're like, fuck it, let's just go get some pizza. And then we're gonna go to the brewery first and then go get pizza and then come back. And she was just like, I really wish I could join you guys.
Yeah. I wish we could do shit like that again, man. Like,
I mean
we can, but it's like it's less spur of the moment like it used to be. Now it's like today, I'm free Sunday for the podcast. Like technically we could spur of the moment drive somewhere and get food, but it's like we got responsibilities now. Well,
that was the thing is, we knew we had that week off. It wasn't super spur of the moment. Originally, that plan was originally supposed to go to New York, but a blizzard hit and they shut the city down, so we weren't allowed in. So we were like, oh, well, where do we go now? And it was like, okay, well, Chicago. That's closer anyways. Fuck it, it's easier. Because we were going to we were basically making a whole couple days out of it, the first one. This one was like, okay, it was a day trip. And we got 30 pounds... $30 each worth of cheese at the Mars Cheese Castle in Wisconsin while we were there. We're like, while you're here, you get it.
Yeah, we were planning this last year, going to the Ohio Ren Fair, and like now it's getting close to the timing. And I'm probably gonna have to back out because it's over Labor Day weekend, and I'm like, that is right before Brandon's wedding. Like, I'm trying to get another job and blah blah blah. Like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to, I don't think. Yeah, especially like with work, even with work, and then the wedding shit coming up, like it's going to be hectic. Yeah. That's the thing is, we're now in this. We picked up the marriage license Friday, so that was cool. Yeah. It feels official-ish, so that's really nice. I'm excited for It was cool to have that, and then. The guy next to us in the queue, whatever at City Hall, just like, there's a million fucking tons of people going through type shit. The guy next to us just like, well, congratulations. And we're like, oh, thanks. I'm like, technically, he gave us our first congratulations because we're not officially married yet, but he's the first to congratulate us on the marriage.
Technically, it would have been my brother. I just forgot to tell you.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, technically he's still in. I guess he's to our engagement, so it's not true. But I was like, oh, like technically we had the. It was right after like we paid for the license.
Yeah.
So we were just getting it
more official, like
slightly.
You're getting married.
Yeah, he got it within the first minute. So I was like, dang, but it was cool. So
this is a dumb bit, but it would have been hilarious if you went to go get it. And like he's like, oh well, he's about to say congratulations, and I just swing on him. I'm like, no, congratulations.
I'm first. I
want to feel important.
But yeah, it was cool. So that happened, and then, honestly, once these 2 weddings are done this weekend, like, it's all us now at this point, because it's just been kind of all the 3 things going on at once now. So it'll be we'll have like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. We'll have 3 weeks really until 2 or 3 weeks until as of this recording, it'll be 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, man. Like real close.
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited because I want it to happen, and I think I've said this before. I'm gonna keep saying it again. I'm excited for it to happen. I want it to happen and enjoy the moment, but I'm also ready to do nothing. And then like the money that I acquire is for savings.
Yeah.
Not the wedding. Because right now, I'm cutting it close. It's going to be close. But, man. Either way.
We got to reiterate to other people that listen, like, I know that somebody listening in will hear you be like, I just want to be done with it. Like, they're going to hear that as like, oh, Brandon just wants No. It's a good stressor, but it's still a stressor.
Yeah.
Like, once it's done, then you get to enjoy being married.
We get tax breaks.
Yeah, that too.
We're excited for the tax breaks.
Yeah,
we were talking about that before we got the license. We were like, oh my God, we get tax breaks. I was like, we get to use the system.
Yeah. We really do.
But no, we were, so that's cool. Getting close to the final stretch. Looking forward to, honestly, though, also we're really looking forward to fall.
Yeah.
Like, it's
always some nice stuff to do in fall.
We really want to, we've kind of made it, we started going to Blake's a lot more too. So like,
yeah.
we kind of go at least once I don't, maybe not season, but like at least like the spring and like the fall.
Yeah.
Every other season we kind of go.
I didn't do shit last year. I think I went to like one Halloween thing with Chloe, and it was just because we were looking for pumpkins to carve.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't find pumpkins, and we were like, oh, we'll go again eventually. And I was like, nah, it's cool.
Well, honestly, we do have the plan at some point of Jake and Klump coming back out here, and they come out here to go to Blake's with us.
Okay.
So we'll let you know, and like if you want, you can come to you know them now, so you can come hang out and join us, because we just go there and sit around and have a beer and eat food at some point.
And I feel like living at Chrissy's house, like I'm already doing more shit than I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it'll be like, yeah, we're gonna go. That sporadic thing. Like, I'm sure she's had the plans for a little bit, and then I'll be like, oh, what are you doing today? It'll be like, oh, we're gonna go do this. Want to go? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that
like,
is...
if we weren't playing D&D, I was gonna go to Ann Arbor with them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, it was like, Brandon's playing now.
It was funny. It was the day before. I was like, I don't think I have anything going on. I'll come with you. And then during work, I was like, fuck, I have D&D tonight. I can't come with you.
Yeah, I realized I fucked up for tomorrow. I'm going over to Jake's to work on stuff, and then I accidentally scheduled my therapy at 1. So I'm probably might be a little late for that, but that's fine. I'll just tell you, like, hey, I'm gonna be late, but I will call you as soon as I get in my house. Or we can try, and I don't know. Because I just do it on my phone.
I was going to say, you're doing like a telecom thing?
Yeah, I just do phone video chat.
Say, I've done that from my car at work before.
Well, the problem is out here the signal's ass. So as soon as I
Yeah.
start reaching out here, like, it keeps breaking up. Because we tried that the very first time I talked, because I tried to call her from work, and it was just
Yeah.
a nightmare until I got home. So I was like, all right, well, yeah, I'll just, I mean, I might be able to, depending how quick we get things done, I might be able to dip out and still be here in time. But yeah, I'll just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm doing a thing. But it's funny. It's just, yeah, everything's getting so down to the wire.
Yeah, it's hectic, honestly.
Oh, so sorry. We also met our DJ again. Like, went to his house to have a. He lives fucking 5 minutes down the road from us.
No shit.
Yeah, and he's also he's retiring, I guess. He told us that we are in his last 5 shows. Like,
No shit.
yeah, he's been doing it since '81. He was like, he was one of 4 DJs in the Detroit area, because he started doing DJing before people were DJing weddings. He was like, back when he was doing it, he was fighting the competition of people being like, no, you hire a band.
Oh, fuck a band.
Right? Well, no. Yeah, it's... If you can get a good band, sure.
Yeah.
But I still prefer DJ. But he was like, yeah, back then it was like you got a whole, like, orchestra type swing band in fucking everything.
Jeez. That would be hype, though. But it...
Right?
That'd be hype, but also, like, not.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like,
It's too. The problem is like you can only do one style, and if you're mimicking it, but it's still not the same. But, he was talking about like starting it then, and then we're back. Did cut out? I don't know.
Yeah, computer said no.
Either way, we saw our DJ.
Yeah.
He was real cool. He was talking about he's been DJing since 1981, when DJing was not a thing at weddings. And I was getting to, before it cut out, that he also was he's a music like item collector. Like, he owned a shirt that John Lennon wore during some recording or something, and he was like, it was really fucking cool. I like wore it for a second because it fit me in my size. I was like, oh, okay. Wore it for literally enough time for my wife to take a picture while she was standing. He was like she was standing there ready. I threw it on and was like, peace sign with the glasses, took it off, immediately put it back in my box and left it where it is. He was like, it was just, you know, I was like, that's cool. And then he said he owned a handbag that Elvis once owned in or something like that. I was like, that's real cool. So I don't know. He talked a lot, but cool guy, real cool guy. It was awesome to hear all his like stories about, I mean, just fucking DJ shit, and then also all the memorabilia. I mean, the other thing he mentioned was, what the fuck was it? Yeah, something with Hendrix. He owned something from Hendrix. I was like, that's cool. I was like, but anyways,
That'd be sick, man. I don't know that. But what kind of music y'all going for? What's the vibe?
well, it's gonna be, I mean, our stuff, our music, not heavy, but
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, we're not getting heavy music in there, but we
Okay.
are doing
I was like, because I'm wearing a suit, and I ain't trying to get into the mosh pit in a suit.
no, hell
again.
no. No, we're gonna. No, he's mostly just gonna be playing just good wedding dance music, and then there will be like a 15-minute section where he does probably one or two 15-minute little sections where he's just playing like a mix of pop punk songs, or it's like 10-minute sections where he's just
Okay.
you know, he asked me to pick out like I got to go through and write down like because we gave him a list of the songs we want for that hour, and I need to go through the list and be like, all right, well, like, here's the sections that we actually want to hear out of that song, so that we actually get what we want out of it. So he's like, go through and pick the sections you want, you know, if you can, try to blend them. But give me the list and I'll figure it out myself. But so I got to go do that. It's my some of my extra homework. But yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be good dance wedding music and then some sections of pop punk music so we can have rock stuff and everyone will just yell.
Yeah, that's a vibe at weddings.
Yeah, exactly. Especially our kind of wedding. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of string quartet of all the music we like and stuff. So it's for dinner while we're all just sitting around. It's all fancy, but it's all punk songs, all rock songs made by, overdone with string quartet, that kind of shit.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
I was gonna say, have a little bardcore in there.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped, man. It'll be a good time.
Speaking of bardcore, you guys, before we started playing, Damien was playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Dude, like, you guys were telling me some shit, and I was like, I need to start playing this game.
Dude, I came home Friday, and I went immediately to bed. I wanted to play Baldur's Gate, but I went immediately to bed, and then Saturday I woke up, did a little cleaning, started playing. I thought that I broke my computer with what I did.
How?
I realized that you can pick up like chests and barrels and pretty much anything and put them in your inventory as containers. And then you can fill them with anything. So I filled a barrel up with like a bunch of fucking alchemical fire flasks, bomb satchel bags, like filled this bitch up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sat it down next to this enemy I was gonna go fight, like, because you can talk to him inside with him, or you can like fight him. So I sat it down next to him, and I was like, and then I shot it with a fire blast, and the explosion that went off, like, my computer shut off. Like, it was so intense. Like, everything loaded up and then got choppy and then just went like everything shut off, and then I restarted my computer.
That's fucking great. I want to do that. Well, I noticed that because I went and I realized, I was like, all right, I forgot I haven't bought Madden yet, the new one that's coming out. And I was like, well, while I'm looking, I'm also going to look at when the release date is for Boulders, because it was right there too. So I was like, fuck it. It's on the 2nd.
September
2nd.
Okay.
For PlayStation 5. So I was like, it's not like actually that far out for me to get it on there.
We got to figure out the cross-platform play.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you can play with PC.
Yeah. Well, also, like, I would hope, like, if I can keep my login, if I bought it on PlayStation, can you play it on computer? I don't think so.
Probably not, no.
That's annoying.
It's PlayStation Network, Steam. Like,
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you'd have to buy both. You could probably keep your Larian account, which is how you could log in to play. But I don't think you could play it on the PC because it's a different game technically. It's the same game, but it's coded differently. Like,
yeah, you're not wrong. But I was just like, I'm excited because if that does come out, I will probably get it on PlayStation just because chances are I'm not playing them. I know I could play it on my computer and it'd probably be better on my computer, but like, that means I'm actively sitting in here by myself.
Yeah.
So PlayStation, I can get away with that when Melissa's sitting there reading a book.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing with the computer. Like, it's in my room. People can like watch me play, but like, I'm in my room.
Yeah, you kind of don't want people in your room.
That and Baldur's Gate, like, it's horny.
It makes sense.
Like, I don't really want like anybody watching me romance people, because I'm trying. Like,
that's gonna be real funny if like when Melissa's there, and I'm just gonna like, because I already think I'm immediately going to do the like overly obnoxious dong for no reason.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, just she's just gonna be like, God damn it. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll also maybe
if you want,
even
like,
do
a really overly obnoxious dong.
yeah, you do the lady with
you gotta play a lady.
with monster boobs and then a
Yeah.
monster dong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the romance characters, like, we were all about Shadowheart because she's like the little goth girl, like. But then you find a muscle mommy.
That's funny.
Like, all of us had a switch, like, immediately. Like, and we were giving
I got a muscle
Teresa so
mommy.
much shit, like, because Teresa's all about the little elf vampire twink, and, like,
Of course.
she's all about it. But we were all giving her a little bit of shit. Like, we're like, it's weird that you're simping so hard.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Nick or Damon that was like, any of y'all ran into Carlock yet? And I was like, yup. Like, all of us were just like, bro, like, hell yeah. Hot demon lady, like, barbarian, can't touch her because she'll burn. Like, yes, muscle mommy.
That's funny.
But then she's like, oh, you guys were giving me shit for the vampire twink. And we're like, yeah, but muscle mommy.
I gotta play. I'm excited.
Blast, man.
I was watching, like, I saw the they released for computer, like, what people have been playing. It was
The
like
stats, yeah.
yeah, it's like almost basically it's clerics like half as many people, and then all of it's just almost like an even bar.
Yeah.
More paladins for sure. It was like paladin, sorcerer, warlock were top 3, and I was like, I don't want to be sorcerer, but I also like mage. Which one? Well, that's the difference. Is what is mage and sorcerer's difference in Baldur's Gate?
A mage, there's no mage in 5e. It's wizard, sorcerer, warlock, and then there's other spellcasters like bards, paladins, clerics. So you're thinking of a wizard, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, wizard and
Yeah.
sorcerer. So yeah.
Wizard, they study magic to learn magic. Sorcerer, somebody in their family fucked a magical being, usually a dragon, so that offspring gains magical abilities. And then warlocks, they make a deal with somebody. So like
Gotcha,
a patron
that's
of
right.
some sort. Yeah. And then clerics,
Yeah.
they serve their god. Paladins
Yeah.
serve their god.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I was just
And then
kind of like...
bards are just like, fuck it. Music.
See, yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to, like, play, like, see which one I want to play as. It'd probably be, like, sorcerer or
Yeah.
wizard, just because...
Wizards are fun as fuck because you can. The wizard I have in my party, like, you can learn any scroll so long as you pay to learn it, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you can only have so many spells prepared, but, like, instead of, like, in 5e, well, I don't know how it is in 5e, but instead of, like, in Pathfinder, like, you have to prepare your spells that morning, and then you can't change them. In Baldur's Gate, as long as you ain't in combat, you can just change your spells. So it's like, oh, I know I'm about to go fight these fucking fire dudes.
Yeah.
Let me learn all these scrolls, and then, oh, now I have ice spells. You know.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's this giant chasm here, and I can't get anyone across. Oh, well, let me just change out. Now I have flight, and everybody can fly. Let's go. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely kind of
Yeah.
like... That would definitely be the vibe I'd want.
Yeah.
Then. So yeah, I'm going to be a wizard then. Because, yeah. I mean, I like the fire stuff, too. Like the elemental aspect of what a sorcerer would probably be. Some of that stuff, right? Or no?
Well, the sorcerer can learn a lot of the wizard spells. Like, the spells
You just
kinda,
can't swap them out like
Yeah.
they can.
Sorcerers have their own hit or miss thing. Like, I haven't played one yet, so I don't fully know what all they can do. But
That's
I think,
fair.
I think a sorcerer can recharge their spell slots on a short rest,
Gotcha.
but they only get so many. Whereas, like, a wizard is more like you can fuck them around a lot more and change up a lot more shit.
Yeah, flexibility.
Yeah, warlocks are just fun.
Yeah, also Warlock would be fun to play. I would like to play a Warlock since I just tried to play one in the campaign.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, because I kind of got a feel for it, but it wasn't everything I was thinking it would be. I kind of built it like a mage.
Oh, yeah.
In a way.
They play similar. Like,
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of bards in 5e. So, like,
Yeah.
I had to make Finn and Knee Punch in Baldur's Gate like as my first campaign for the meme. You know, he's the OG character. I've been having a blast with him, but the whole time I'm like, I want to play Bard.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play my Bard.
I think it'd be interesting, to try and play as... I want to play it again so I can get back to knowing more, like, get back into D&D. Because that was one thing I noticed was, like, just forgetting, like, when I need... Not like, I know I needed to roll for things, but I was just, like... I literally blanked on the fact that you still have to roll. You just... All of your checks are with a D20.
Yeah.
Like, if for some reason I was, like, thinking, like... Well, certain ones are using different die, just like all the moves. And I was like, no. Yeah. I think it's just... My character got way too overcomplicated for me. So... I was like...
When you said, oh, I'm making a warlock, I was like, are you sure?
Never played one before, and there wasn't one in the party. So I was like, I think that'd be... I was like, I'm going to play... I don't want to play something someone already is.
Yeah, but I was like, bro, you haven't played in so long, and you're going with a spellcaster? Holy shit. Like,
well, I always did a spellcaster anyway, so I was already kind of used to that. That's the way I think about playing. But, like, yeah, I just had never played a warlock yet. Yeah. And then also because, like, the way everyone was building their stuff was through, like, the website. Half of that was like, okay, I don't know how to interact with the page and find where things are. And I was like,
I couldn't build mine through the website that we use because I would have had to buy the books, and I was like, no.
Yeah. Like, yeah, exactly.
I already have the physical book. I'm not going to pay you another $30 so I could use it in the app.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish D&D Beyond would let you scan the barcode of your book.
That would be cool.
Or when you buy the book, it gives you a code to where you have the digital copy too. That'd be dope. But what I did was I used Dungeon Master's Archive, and you could add like custom things in, so it's like a homebrew, and then I just copied over the fucking feet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna
because my guy, you didn't get to see a lot of it, but my guy has some weird shit in his build.
Well, I forgot, like, I even had like extra... I had stuff on my ring, like, I had rings for my rare items that I have that I didn't get to, like... I forgot until literally right now that I could have used those items. Like the staff I had that technically I didn't need that because that would have been I built him also like I built my character like I thought he's just a dude wandering around in a forest. What would a guy that is alone need more than for this specific campaign?
Yeah.
So like his staff was a physical like a melee type staff, kind of like it had some magic stuff to it, but it had like it had more physical attributes to protect me in case that actually happened. And then I had a ring. I forgot what the ring did. It was an extra, not even those gemstone rings. It was fucking, hold on, it's gonna bug me now what it was, but either way, like what shit did I not get to see you use?
Practically everything. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I used my gun. I used my stone that I no longer have. And I used my eye bite spell, which I finally got to use. Because every time I've used it before, it's been like, nope. Legendary resistances piss me off.
Okay, I had an orb... Where was my, where the fuck? I thought I didn't put my, oh yeah, here it is, because I copied them in there. Yeah, Staff of Reverent Warrior.
I don't know that one.
Bonus 2 to attack and damage rolls. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Has 10 charges. True Strike, on it. And then, Ring of Eldritch Ire. So it was like,
doesn't that power up your Eldritch Blast?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I wish I'd known you had that ring.
And that's the thing, is it was part of another book, so it wasn't automatically added into the thing. So it didn't add whatever, because it technically would have added all the points correct to my stuff, right?
Yeah,
like I wouldn't have had to do the math. Yeah, so Yeah, it was like there's 3 charges, regains whatever. I could mark a creature for extra damage. Didn't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
sorcerers are fun, man.
Yeah.
Warlocks. I mean, like the one I played. I played 2. I made one to where I can't remember the feats, but like my range for Eldritch Blast was like 600 feet.
Damn.
Yeah. Which didn't need to have that,
No.
but I could.
Mine came in handy to be 100. I was like 120. There was only one time I couldn't attack someone. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that works.
It was useful, like just for a funny bit, because like one of the enemies was trying to run away, and it was like, oh, we have somebody else held hostage anyway, so it's fine. Like we don't have to deal with him. And everyone was like, oh, we can let him go. And I turned to the DM and was like, how far did he run? He was like, well, he used his full movement speed, dashed. He's got a movement speed of like 65, so he's like 130 feet away now. And I was like, Eldritch Blast. He's like, isn't your range like 120? I was like, no, it is 600 feet, and I can shoot 3.
That's
and
funny.
I can shoot him 5 more times, and I'm going to do that. So the whole time they're interrogating this guy that we captured, I'm just standing there every 6 seconds.
Ding. Intimidation.
Yeah, he got advantage on intimidation because of that.
That's fun.
But no, they're fun games, man. Like, I'm having a little more fun with the one-shots because I'm getting to be creative and make more random characters and figure out the system more.
Yeah, and I think that, well, I need to do more of them. That'll help me, especially if we're going to do D&D stuff in the future. Like, that will monstrously help me get back into, like, thinking about it.
It is also difficult coming in for not playing in so long, coming in at level 11.
Yeah, that was huge. That was part of the thing, was, like, coming in so overpowered. I was like, all right, I have so many things that I haven't built up. Because, like, what level did you guys start at in your campaign?
I think we started at, like, level 8 or something.
Okay, so either way, you still had...
Like, we were supposed to be, like, elders, and it was going to be a one-shot, so it was like, you are strong as fuck. And then it became a campaign, and it was like, everybody else is God. And I'm like, well, this isn't fun. Like,
yeah, that was, like, that's part of it, where it was, like, it's hard, once you get to that higher level.
Yeah.
Like,
the enemies
scaling.
have to be gods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I understand, like, a few people are pissed off that the level cap in Baldur's Gate is 12. And, like, that makes sense to me. Because once you get to higher levels, like, you can get the spell Wish, which is reality altering. Like, you are a literal god once you get to high levels. Like, sure, that'd be fun. But, like, dude, the coding that would have to go in for the game mechanics and everything, like...
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, it sounds like they put all of the work into the multiple stories that you can have instead of levels. It was like, okay, like you can just have a million different playthroughs of all the different characters.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be putting in more stuff, and there's already mods out there.
Oh, of course there is, for computer.
It's wild. Like, there's mods out there for extra subclasses and romance options, and like... I know
I
early
wanna fuck a tree.
You could probably fuck a tree in base game.
Look at that tree.
You can fuck a bear.
I mean...
You can fuck a bear.
How do you romance a bear?
It's the druid.
Oh, well, that's fair. So
last night when I played, I opened a door and I walked into a half-orc fucking an ogre.
I mean...
Like, you could fuck a tree. I'm sure you can.
I just, like... Unfortunately, the thought occurred to me that, like... Druids are the furries of... the fantasy world.
Yeah. And the druid that is in this game, he is canonically polyamorous.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Is there any animal that you've ever been interested in fucking? Just...
Not until I saw the bear scene. No,
Well, I was saying that's what he goes up to him and asks. He's like, "Hey, so what do you want to?" Well, that's the thing. Wait, is it? So he?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know the pronouns. I think it says he.
Yeah, so I was like, because then it kind of changes.
He's
like
a big buff, bro.
Well, okay, so then because in my opinion, I'm like, well, wait, and then he has a bear was fucking.
No, he is the bear.
Oh, he was getting fucked?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
In the scene that was released, it's the elf vampire guy that everyone's fucking all about fucking the bear.
That's funny.
Yeah. But it could be anybody. It could be your character. It could be any of the other ones if you play as them.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Interesting. Fun. They were just like, we're going all out. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a fun ass game. A lot of people are pissed off about like the fantasy racism, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but that's
real world.
It's real world, and it's real world in the game. Like,
unfortunately,
it's not all going to be perfect like your homebrew games. Like when we play, we're like, yeah. Orcs aren't inherently evil. Goblins aren't inherently evil. Like,
yes.
Yeah. But
also at a certain point, and that in those things, it is legitimate different species.
Yeah.
Not we're like racism kind of dumb for us because it makes like either regardless it's all dumb, but like it's extra dumb for us because we are legitimately the same species. it's slightly different when it's like a species versus a different species. It's still dumb as shit. But like it's a slightly different. It's a biological fighting thing, I guess. I don't know.
Not in this, and this is
yeah.
Just,
it's just of course,
yeah.
it's they're correlating real world problems into the game, but like
in this, it's like there's also like there's other story beats in it where it's like there's a bunch of people that are racist against these tieflings, but then like you start changing some people's opinions. And like one of the most racist guys, won't do a spoiler, he becomes what he hates most.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's fucking then that's a good way to use it, I guess, if you're gonna use it.
That's useful. And then the only other one that I like ran into, I think Kay and I were talking about it when you showed up. Ran into this camp and they had slaves and they were mean to the slaves and it didn't seem like they could change. I killed them all.
Yeah.
I just straight up murdered everyone in that town and was like, oh, is that what my character would do? Probably not. Is that what I would do?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And I took over their forge. And now I can make cool weapons and stuff.
Fuck yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. At a certain point, you're like, yeah, you just go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I left the shop owner alive because he was actually like the not racist at all. He was just interested in rocks.
I like rocks.
Yeah, and he had stuff to sell me. So I was like, yeah, I'll keep you alive. But
That's
everybody
hilarious.
else is gone.
Was he still like full NPC just standing there while you're murdering everyone like it didn't happen?
No, I had to hide around him because he would either run away or attack me too. But I like hid, distracted him, took out everybody else, and then I walked up to him and he was like, yeah, so that's some really cool rocks over there, man. What do you think? And I was like, you got anything to sell me? He was like, yeah, I do. He's the only person in the town left.
Doesn't realize it yet. He's just fucking living his best life, trying to fucking sell you some shit. And
I have so much money that I'm basically paying his cost of living.
Oh, God. Dude, I love that. That's really good.
It's so fucking fun, dude. Like, truthfully. And, like, I've told you there's been a couple times where Chrissy has had people over and I'm like, I want to go hang out with them too, but Baldur's Gate. That's my plan today when I go home.
I mean, for me, like, I hate to say it, but yeah, I'm still obsessed with Madden, so I feel the same way. Like, we're hanging out in the living room, I'm like, but I want to go hang out in that living room because I can play Madden.
I used to I used to do that with Destiny. Like, we're hanging out doing something and I'm like, I kind of want to go play my game. She's like, well, we can move in there. And, like, it got easier when she got the Switch because then she could play with me.
Yeah.
But then it was like, I kind of want to go play my game, too. And I'm like, well, your PlayStation's in the bedroom. So it would just be literally a wall in between us.
And you were playing together?
Yell at each other around the corners and shit. I did it with my brother, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's a little different. Yeah, if you're playing together, then yeah.
Well, we weren't playing co-op. We were just playing the same game, but single player. When we did co-op, we did it from the same TV because I had that 70-inch. She had a 65.
Yeah.
My brother had an 85, so it was like TV's big enough for us to play together.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. 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 She doesn't play anything. She just reads. So I'll just like
fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Why don't you play D&D like a bro?
She wants to play.
That'd be fun, man.
It'd be it would be fun to play with her for one time.
Yeah, and like I said, I want to start running some one shots. I maybe run a campaign like outside of the stuff that we have planned, but like I already hate scheduling. So like if it came down to it and someone was like, "Oh, I can't play," I'd be like, "Oh, darn, guess we ain't playing." Like honestly, I wouldn't try to reschedule or anything.
Well, part of me wants to like, even before we do our trial run, just do a one shot. Like try to run a one shot. Like
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could run one pretty easily. And this isn't a bout against you.
No, 100%.
But like you haven't played in so long.
Oh,
like,
100%. Well, I was legitimate being like, I want to do like when we do this tester, like I would like to do one where like I would like to do two testers. One where each of us runs one. Yours is going to go a lot smoother. Mine, I'm going to basically want like Nick or Mark or whoever the fuck that's actually experienced as a DM to kind of be there and be like, all right, like when I'm going to do my best to run it, but when I don't know, kind of pass off the judgment. Because that was the thing that was cool is like having been so far along, like having Nick there.
You had everybody there.
Yeah.
Which they've included me in on it. I've never ran a game.
Yeah.
Everybody there except for me and Teresa. But they always include me on it as like, yeah, people that run the games all the time. Never done it.
Yeah.
So you had a table of people where it's like, well, if I do this, they could be like, actually add this, add that, do this, do that. Yep.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is it was helpful as fuck to have that there. And then like even like a couple times when DeAndre was like, and he was like, all right, second opinion to the other DM guys, like, what do you, because I was like, all right, like I'm going to need that for sure before we do that. And like realistically, like you might have to actually DM our campaigns just because of your experience level. Like
my only problem with it is like, and it can be fun, but it's also a double-edged sword. Like, I'm really good at, like, the improv stuff, and I like things that are thematic. So, like, I tried to make it happen in our game. I always ask, and I give my opinion. I'm like, hey, it'd be really dope if you let us do this. Like, when Nick, like, just jumped into the window.
Yeah.
And, like, treated Talmud, I was like, hey, you're having him do a perception check to see if he sees the enemy on the ceiling. Have him do intimidation too.
Yeah.
Because, like, if somebody fucking jumped through a window and I was hiding in there,
yeah,
I'd be scared shitless.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, no, you can only get, like, one roll. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but that'd be...
It's a double.
That'd be dope.
He is doing both things.
Rule of cool-ish, you know. But, like, I get it when you say no. But, like, for me, I would throw that shit in while I'm DMing.
Yeah, and that's...
Like, if you did something dope, I'd be like, all right, bet, add this in there.
Yeah, and that will be something we'll have to, for sure, keep in... Every time someone does something, trying to do, like, a subtle roll...
Yeah.
About if that affects the character or whatnot, like...
Yeah, and there's rules lawyers out there that are like, well, rules is written, you can only do this. I don't care. Again,
yeah, that as far as I'm concerned, when we're doing our campaign, it's not to be anywhere close to strict to the rules. It is to have
rules
fun.
Are a guideline.
Yes, it is to use it as a guideline and have fun playing the style of game. And in a way, get it more popular because like it is so much more free form and like essentially be a slightly better version that like almost anyone could sit down and play and have fun instead of like stressing about figuring out the rules like D&D strict. Just being like, okay, like this is loose in play, like the rule styling of it.
Yeah, the rules are a guideline. And like I've played with other DMs where it was one of my bards, like he wasn't outright trying to like impress this girl. Because in character, he's another finna. He's me. For real, for real. He's afraid of women. Like, but the way I played it out was like his performance check was fairly decent, not great.
Okay.
And then the DM was like, "Well, what do you do?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I'm plucking on the loot." And then I'm be like, "You know, I'm usually a lot better at this." And he's super nervous. And because I played it out that he was super nervous, the DM was like, I had this in the backstory as a joke in case you rolled a nat 1. She's into shy guys. And I was like, bet. And he's
Fuck
like,
yeah.
He's like, I don't know how you hit that. And I was like, how did you not know that my guy is shy as fuck? And he's like, you're a bard, bro. And I was like, yeah, but it's funny. Like,
well, bards are can be, you can still be a musician, be really shy as fuck without playing songs.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing songs, you can be exuberant because you're hiding behind the song.
Yeah.
But when you're not playing the song, you're still just like...
Yeah, he's like, what's your charisma score? I'm like, oh, it's a 20. And he's like, so your charisma is max? And I was like, well, technically max. I'm like, I have some items and shit that I can take later on that will make me go up to 30. And he's like, but you suck at talking? And I was like, dude, I'm a merch guy. I run a podcast. I'm great at talking in those scenarios.
Yes.
But when it comes to talking to women, I don't know how I've gotten dates, but it's happened. And I was like, that's how I'm playing my character.
Yes. You know how to sell something. If you're talking to someone about selling a thing in a completely different scenario, it is a different vibe. You can be a different person. When you are talking to someone as just a human, especially if you are in any sort of remote interest, it is completely different.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking difficult.
Like, I am lucky that I somehow, like, me and Melissa worked out because I have no game.
We know.
She knows.
We know.
She tells me still. Because, literally, like... This is no joke. Sometimes when I hit on her, all I do is say boner.
Yeah.
Like, I just... like, that's all I'll say. And she'll just be like, I'm fucking marrying this dude. I mean, that said, I mean... I don't always do that, obviously, but like sometimes I'll if it's the funny answer, I'll always give that one.
I had one. I'm not saying it worked, but I feel like it kind of worked. My friends wear a lot of cosplays and shit, and like one of them was wearing something where it was like yabos were out, and I'm talking like this, and I'm trying so hard to be respectful, and I was like talking like this, and then like a fly flew by me, and I was like. And she's like, are you looking at my tits? And I was like, I wasn't. But now I am. Sorry. That was a joke. Sorry. I did it once. It's going to happen again. And it was fine. It worked. Like, they talked to me the whole time. Like, we're friendly now. They're like, if you were actually trying to hit on me, like, that would have worked. And I was like, fuck.
Like, that's the thing, is it's funny. It's slightly different. Like, if you are trying to do it and it's weird. Yeah. But also, if it's a Halloween costume and something is exorbitantly out,
it's difficult.
It's difficult. Like, your eye will catch because we're just that's a biological thing.
Oh, do it to a dude.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Chrissy, go ahead and bump another percentage up in a couple weeks. I don't know where I'll be at there, but bump another one up. Just put a counter.
29.
29.
Weren't you at 28?
I was at 28.
You're at 29.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember that.
Well, I remember because I think I'm at like a 7.
Yeah, I was at like a 2 when we first made the joke. Like,
well, you're figuring it out.
Yeah, it's a learning stage. You know, once I hit like 51, I'll start experimenting. No, I won't. Peepees are gross.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah,
Ugh.
that's funny. I was, but, well, I think we'll call it for that one. It's been, I'm almost out of drink at this point.
Yeah, I'm out of drink at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. So,
I want to go play Baldur's Gate.
yeah, I'm gonna go play bad before Melissa gets home. At least one more game. But thank you guys so much. We love you all.
I think you're okay.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Is it weird that I'm wearing shorts?
Bye.